Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episode 9, I think, Part 2. This is the second half of Episode 9. Let me just make sure. If you are new here, thank you for your love and support. Episode 8, sorry, good thing I checked. Episode 8. Married at First Sight, Season 20, Episode 8. Time to Confess is the title of the video. But I want to ask a question. When are we going to drag Michelle? I want to know, Black people, when are we, not we, when are y'all going to drag Michelle for wanting a man that makes $150,000? Because y'all sure drag Nikki for asking for a man that makes basic $200,000. But you know what I'm realizing? Y'all are not dragging Michelle. And I know I have a lot of new cousins over here, and some of them still have Pick Misha vibes. Okay. I need to make a shirt. Pick Misha vibes and Dusty Sha vibes. Okay, but it stick around. We gonna beat it out of you. Okay. What I'm realizing is that it's okay for Michelle to ask for a man who makes at least $150,000, because these white men out here can make $150,000. But the Black men, these poor Black men, how dare Nikki ask for a Black man that makes $200,000? That's why people are not mad. Oh yeah, she could get that. Or she could get a man that makes $150,000. But Nikki, oh no, how dare you want a Black man to make $250,000? It's like somebody asked me about the Obama girls. I think the question was, do you think they'll get good husbands or whatever? I was like, oh yeah, honey, them Obama girls, they're going to be taken care of. Those girls don't ever have to worry about working or taking care of themselves or whatever, because they will. This is what I'm saying to the person. They're going to get good husbands. They will get hypergamous husbands. And so the person she said, what is hypergamous? I said, hypergamy is what I have. Hypergamous marriage is a husband that can take care of you, independent of you, fully of himself. And she looked me in my face and she said, well, if you can get a husband to take care of you, surely the Obama girls can get husbands to take care of them. And I say, exactly. She was trying to shade me. She don't know that I am the queen of shade, and I can read a shade in a minute, okay? So that's what I'm realizing. But I want to know, how come y'all not dragging her? And y'all not dragging her because y'all know white men, their families make sure they build them up and they set them up and they put them on a road to be successful where they can make $150,000. But expecting a Black man to come to the table with $200,000, how dare Nikki ask for a man that can make $250,000? It's a shame, isn't it? Sorry, y'all. Lex, come get your phone, baby. Y'all didn't say nothing. Y'all just went over it like she didn't say nothing. Oh, okay. Oh yeah. No conversation. Dusty Paul didn't say nothing to Michelle about wanting a man that have $150,000 making for just, but wanted to drag poor Nikki, Black woman, down to the ground when she's making $250,000 to $350,000, and the least she can say, she you know what Paul asked her? Paul asked her, do you know that the average income in America, I think this is what he said, is $64,000. This Dusty Paul wanted Nikki, who makes $350,000 a year, to settle for a man that makes $64,000 a year. And she said the floor is $200,000, and he kept asking, are you sure? But Michelle wanted a man. He just, oh, yeah, sure, whatever. These are the conversations we need to have. And this is why one of the reasons I'm so upset that they're giving us 3 episodes a day, 3 episodes a week, because I don't have time to really put my foot in it like I usually do. It's okay for Michelle, the white girl. She's not white, but you know, they think they're white. People think everybody think they're white except black people. It's okay for the girl that thinks she's white to ask for a man that makes $150,000. But how dare this black woman, beautiful black woman, well-educated black woman, well-established black woman that worked, born to a teenage mama, that worked to get to the place where she is. How dare you ask for a man that makes $200,000? Hey, cousins, happy Tuesday. Good morning. I am up early. Make sure you watch that Roland Martin video I did early this morning. Leave a comment for me. Let me know what you think. Please be sure to subscribe. If you're new here, I'm Janice. Please subscribe. Share this out. Hype this video up. Leave a comment. Share it on your Facebook, on your Twitter, on YouTube. Help us sister out. Okay. So that Michelle, woo, I liked you initially, girl. But do I want to punch you in your mother? Shut up. So they brought up the whole money, and it's okay. I trust him, and I feel protected. She need a baby. So, honey, even if he was making $64,000 a year, I don't know how much he's making, she would be glad. Now, I have a friend, when we were in college, her husband was a coach. At one of the top universities here in New Jersey. She was an adult going back to school. And he was a coach. And they were struggling to the point that they rented a room. They shared an apartment. I had my own studio apartment, but they rented a room in an apartment because he was the only one that was working and taking care of her, and she was going back to school. So I don't know how much they make. If anybody know how much they make, but it doesn't matter. Michelle would be happy with Gil the Dusty, who makes $28,000 a year, because she is desperate for a man. Pick Nisha. She's desperate for a man to marry because she want to have this baby. And, part of my heart goes out to her, because as a woman who want to have kids and wanted to have kids, I really do understand. And, My problem with Michelle is you have your lips up in everybody else's business when you need to be in your own business. You know that I liked you initially. I should have listened to the cousins. The cousins said, Janice, I don't like, she seemed fake and phony with that laugh. Getting on my nerves. Get your mouth off of Adam. Want to be in everybody else's business, girl. But they're just so wonderful, the laugh. And Dr. Lisa asked, is there anything else? And they shared that they did the horizontal movement, and everybody cheered. Michelle, you's the manipulator. You using that kitty, #kitty, to manipulate Cameron. That's his name, right? Let me go back. Cameron. Because he's on the couch crying about, I'm feeling emasculated because you make more money than me. And she's like, but I love you. I feel protected. Here's the Gucci. That's what she did. Here it is. Here's the Gucci. Take the Gucci. Okay. Manipulating him with the coochie. You know what? I want y'all to break up now. I don't want y'all to stay married together. I'll take it back. I'll take it back. Y'all gonna get a divorce. She's getting on my nerves. Oh my God. Okay. When we gonna drag her? Why y'all not dragging her all over these YouTube street for wanting a man that makes $150,000 a year? And she's 34. She's 34. Michelle is 47. So surely a black man, 47 in his 50s, can make $250,000 a year. At least $200,000 a year. So Dr. Lisa says to Courtney and Nick that she looks like a tough cookie, that she looks polished, but she can tell at the last event they were blocking and avoiding. You know what? Did I miss the part where the experts told them that they were at the other event watching them? Did I miss that part? Anyways. And she gets emotional, and I'm like, cue the tears, Courtney, cry. And she, this is her hair. This is Courtney here. She's like, cue the tears. She's like, scarf had my hair tied up. Kill the tears. Oh my God. Hey. So Dr. Lisa said, what happened in your past that you're so, avoidant? And she said that you have safety and intimacy hand in hand. Now, I love that because I'm like that. That's why I don't understand how people just meet strange men and spread the legs. I could never. Okay? I don't even know how black women, y'all spread legs to broke men. Yes, I had a baby at 16. But after you don't struggle with one baby girl, you go back and have baby after baby after baby after baby for another broke, busted, and disgusting man. Mm-hmm. What is it that intimacy and safety? I love that because intimacy and safety should go hand in hand. You can't just be spreading your legs just to anything and everybody. Unless you just want to get your back put out, but still, don't you want to be safe? So she said, I feel like, and she did say this, Courtney was just having SDX for the men to like her, but they don't really like her. They just want her body. And I wish women would understand that men, you sleeping with them does not mean they really like you. They just want to bust a nut. Hashtag bust a nut. Okay? Nut. Hashtag nut. They just want to bust a nut. And it doesn't mean they like you or care about you. Once they bust that nut, that's it. I was reading about on one of the Facebook group, this girl's dating this guy. And the guy, he was all there at the house all day trying to get it. Soon as he got it, he got up and put his clothes on. She was like, wait, hold on, let's spend some time together. He was like, no, I have to go. Because he was just there to bust a nut, girl. I was like, because he was just there to bust a nut. Once he busts a nut, that's it. You're no good to him. This is why we do what? Take the cookie off the table, ladies. Nobody get the cookie because they just want to bust a nut. I should write a book. Just want to bust a nut. I'm going to write it. Okay? Just want to bust a nut. Mm-hmm. Dr. Lisa asked her, do you know how it feels to have someone being genuinely into you? No, she doesn't. She's very unlikable. She talks too much. She's in everybody's conversation. The experts are talking to Nick. She's answering for. Nobody likes a woman who talks so much. You talk too much. Shut your mouth. She's unlikable. She's insufferable. Shout out to the cousin who said that, girl, that was a word from the Lord. She don't. Nobody likes Courtney. I wish she would. I hope she will. She needs to go to counseling. Somebody needs to tell her nobody likes you. So Lisa turned to Nick and asked, "What are your fears?" And he was like, I really need to think about it. And to me, Nick, you're going to meet with the experts. It's like those interview questions. I hate it, which is why I've been at my job. Well, when I came here, I knew I was going to be here at my job. But those interview questions, oh, I hate being interviewed. Now, my husband is corporate. And when my husband is trying to move up or get a new position and he goes in for interview, it's not just one person interviewing him. It's not one person. One time he was trying to move up and he was trying to become like a director or something. Not a president, director of something. There were 10 people throwing questions at him at one time. 10. That could never be me. I admire my husband. And one of the white ladies says, I had some questions on communication, but you communicate very well. You sound like Barack Obama. And my husband was thinking, he said, in my head, I was thinking, what does that mean? Are you saying that Black people can't speak well? But, he just brushed it off. But he came and he told me. And no, he did not get that position. He didn't get it. But let me tell you what happened. They didn't give it to him. They gave it to a lily white girl out of college. And she, the big F word, F. And then they had to call my husband to say, can you come and clean this up? So Nick, have those interview questions where I remember one of the questions I asked my husband is when they say your weakness, what is your weakness? Your weakness, he said, this is what my husband said, say it's a weakness, but it's not really a weakness, like computers or something, but it's not really a weakness. Be like, oh, I'm weak in this area, let's say computers, but I've taken this course, so I'm working on it. Okay, I think Lisa wanted to put Nick on Front Street. Oops, excuse me. And then he says, well, I fear being judged for more of his goofy side, and he prefers and likes to be more polished. I think we all have fears, but our fears is not for everybody to know. So that's good, Nick. That's a good question. Be like, you know what? I am fearful of being judged for my more goofy side. I love that. That is a great question. Okay. And then it said, tell Courtney something of high importance. This is what Paul says. Paul do be asking a lot of good questions, but I'm realizing Paul is a whole dude. Okay. And he was like, well, I really have to think about it. And Paul says, we know you've been on a TV show, and so you self-edit. So why the hell, excuse my language, did you put him on Married at First Sight? Why, Paul, did you put Nick on Married at First Sight if you think he's self-editing? You know he's being on reality shows, and now you want to criticize him for being self-editing. Paul is a dusty. I'm telling you right now, a dusty. And Lisa's trying too hard. You just be getting on my nerves this morning, girl. This is why I need 1 week per episode to review the show, okay? So then Michelle is going to jump in and say, well, we have goofy friends. And I'm like, shut up, Michelle, shut up. So they know each other. And then they were asking, oh, tell us the dirt. And she, yeah. But then they criticize Adam for being goofy. The hypocrisy of Paul. Huh? You're celebrating Nick has a goofy side. And Courtney, oh, I'm more goofy and I want to be goofy. But then y'all criticize Adam for being goofy. Walk away. Walk away from the chair, because I cannot deal with the hypocrisy of this season. They're upsetting me. Okay? You know, and then Adam did say, you know, my favorite, that you know, if they seem like they could really, there could really be something between Nick and Courtney. No, I don't. I think Adam was just being supportive. He is so sweet and kind. Well, except that picture. Little Michael asked me last night, Mommy, was somebody trying to paint a picture of you? I was like, no. She was like, oh, because I thought somebody's trying to make fun of my mom. I was like, no, her husband painted this picture of her. That's the girl in the picture. And he was like, I hope she broke up with him. And I was like, she's going to break up with him. And she was like, I was like, that's her husband. He was like, that's her husband? Her husband painted that picture? How long they've been married, Mom? I'm like 2 weeks, but they're going to break up. He was okay, good. So then Felipe asks a good question. Oh, I can't even believe I'm saying that. Felipe asks, have you guys talked about what went wrong in relationship? And of course, Courtney, yes. Oh, I talked to him. He said there are 6 boxes and like looks and behavior and so on and so forth, but nobody makes it to the 6th box. And I was like, oh my God, Nick, I love you. Oh my God, should I put you above Adam? I love that. Yes. And of course, Paul has criticism to say about what he said. I love it. I totally love it, Nick. I love it. Yes, Nick. I love you have your boxes. Check. The husband profile. That's what that is. The wife profile. Okay? Do you check the boxes? I love it. I love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. And I know Courtney ain't made not one of them boxes. I already know, girl. At this point, she's even worse than Caitlyn. I can't believe I'm saying that because I thought Caitlyn was the worst, but Courtney is worse. So then it's Felipe and Tori's time, and Felipe said they look good on paper. Like some people are also saying Nikki and Sean look good on paper. I don't know how y'all came up with that. No, they do not look good on paper. Unless Sean make $300,000 a year, they're not good on paper. Okay. I love this, what Felipe said. I cannot believe I love something he said, the Hunchback of Notre Dame. He said he thought he had to commit one time, but he had to commit, he realized he had to commit every day. Yes. This is what our marriage counselor told us, that every day you have to commit. Marriage is commitment. Every day you must be committed to your marriage every day. I love that. Yes, Felipe. I absolutely love that. Every day we have to make the commitment to be committed to our marriage. That was powerful. He talks about the passion, you know, how the passion is dying and he's fearful. And Dr. Lisa says people are the butterflies go away. They might go away for one day, honey, but anything after that, But to me, butterflies should always be there. This is why, ladies, you must choose a husband who you admire, respect, adore, cherish, someone you can submit to, because every day, not only do you need to be committed, but I think the sparks, you need those sparks every day. And sparks doesn't necessarily mean sex or passion, but some, you need something every day. And this is why I am all for fixing up yourself, being pretty, ladies, washing your hair, perfume, spraying yourself, dressing up cute. Be cute, do your hair. And the men do the same. Make sure you're taking care of the home. Send her flowers, cook her some, do something in the house. So he is afraid of the passion being going away, and that's his life. He builds up passion and then they go away. And to me, that means he's in lust. And he's 28, right? I think, if I remember correctly, Felipe is 28, so I'm going to cut him a little slack because he's still learning how to get control of his emotions and the pony. And they're asking Toria, well, how do you feel about how he feels? Does it scare you? And Paul said he has a skill and a curse. I like that, Paul. You be saying some stuff that makes sense when it comes to everybody else, but soon as it's Adam, you want to pick on Adam. And you have a boner frame. I forgot that. Yes. With your nose ring. Did y'all know Paul had a nose ring? Like, I'd never seen a heterosexual man with a nose ring. Are we sure he's married to a barn woman? But I like that, Paul. You did that. That's skill and a curse. And I think Felipe needs to go to counseling and get control of his emotions. He has to get control. His emotions is leading him, and he has to get control. Paul says he should become curious, and that you will never get bored of him learning new things about being curious, and throw away passion. Dumb advice. You should never throw away passion. A marriage needs passion. No, don't throw away passion. He just needs to learn how to balance it. Yes, be passionate, but also get to know her, learn about her, learn things about her. Like my little boy's to the point where my face, everybody, please say this about me. We could tell how Janice is feeling based on her. My face, Lou Michael passed around and said, Mommy, why you got your face like that? Or he said something and I look at him and I'm like, or like, or I'm like this. I'm like this. What'd you say, Michael? How long, Michael? It's been an hour on the game. 1 hour. It's time to go. And I'm standing at the door like this. His door light. Okay. So no, don't throw it away. Just he needs to learn of her. It's like Jesus said, learn of me. I think God is the only person that we can learn things about him every day. I am learning every day, every day, every day, every day. Something, scriptures that I've read that I thought I knew what it meant. And then I read it again. I'm like, hold up now. Woo, hold up. I'm reading the book on the Apostle Paul, and I thought I had a general great understanding of the Apostle Paul. I would say I would have graded myself 80% on my knowledge of the Apostle Paul. But I am reading a book and doing a study on him, and I'm realizing that what I knew about him was just basic. And I have this new love and respect for the Apostle Paul that I never had before. Granted, he wrote 1/3 of the New Testament. Okay. So no, don't throw away passion. But Felipe needs, but they're not gonna work out no way. I think in the end, he's going to, I think they will say yes on decision day, but I think in the end, he's going, the need for passion is going to drag him. And then Dr. Lisa brought up about him leaving after the bedroom, and she was like, I'm being avoided. And he asked, have they done it before? And they said yes. We don't know how many times, and she didn't leave. So then he goes to Mecca and Belle, and he said that they threw away the homework and they just went ahead and did the do. Dr. Lisa asks Belle, does she feel more desired? And Belle said, well, it's not that I don't feel desired by him. It's just that. And Dr. Lisa was like, no, he didn't desire you. I love Paul says. See, I have a love-hate relationship for Paul, okay? I'm going to give him 3 seasons and then I'll decide, okay? He said, ooh, I love this, but he said, we match you, but you still need to choose. And he said to Mecca, you have not chosen Belle. Walk away. Glory be to God. He said, Mecca, you haven't chosen her. That's because Mecca don't want Belle. Mecca want a white girl that's a man. Okay. Mecca wants a white woman that is a man. Shout out to the cousins in the comments. He hasn't chosen her. Ooh, go back to what the marriage counselor say. You have to choose each other every day. Husband is a choice. The husband you choose will determine the rest of your life. Choose wisely. Every day, get up and choose your husband, your wife. I'm not trying to choose nobody else. I don't want nobody else. I don't want the man at the job. I don't want anybody else other than Michael Thompson Sr. Every day I choose him. He says, and my heart broke for Mecca. He said, I feel like I don't deserve love. And Mecca needs to go to extensive therapy and counseling because his mother left and he thinks it's his fault. His stepmama left and he thinks it's his fault. And the truth is they left because of his daddy. Logic. That's why those women left. Mecca, it has, your mom and stepmom leaving has absolutely nothing to do with you and everything to do with your terrible father. And they need to tell him. And it's hard for him to see because his father's the one that's been there. But the truth is, those women left Mecca because of how awful your daddy is. And you need to go to extensive therapy so they can tell you that it's not your fault. And you do deserve love. And you deserve to be loved. Everybody deserve love and everybody deserve to be loved. This is why John 3:16 says, for God so loved the world that he gave his only begotten son, that whosoever believes in him should not perish, but have everlasting life. You deserve love. My heart goes out to you. So then they brought up how the dinner was performative, and Michelle with her big mouth. I want to punch her right here. Shut up. I'm so, and I'm just so proud of him. And I'm getting whiplash because I'm like, oh my God, you didn't want to be on her. Then you wanted to be on her. And I'm like, I'm getting whiplash. Oh, I can't stand her. I hope you get a divorce. I hope Cameron gets so tired of you and he leaves you, Michelle. So in their alone time, he said the talk of performative hurt. Everything hurts Mecca. I thought he was being a little performative. Belle with her dumb self. Oh, I genuinely think that he really means what he was saying. And I didn't think it was performative. Oh, and let's talk about how Belle says, oh, you deserve love, and I'm going to be, if anybody else is not here to love you, I'm going to be love you. Girl, you only say that to a cat, a dog, or your child, not a man. You don't say those words, Belle. If nobody else is here to love you, I'm going to be here to love you. No, dum-dum. You only say that to a cat, a dog, and a child. You never say that to a man. Talk about no matter what, I'm going to be here to love you. Hell no. Let Mike get all caught up in some bull, and he will see how much I love him. God forbid. I love you as long as you do what you're supposed to do. Soon as you don't do what you're supposed to do, I'm out. I don't love you no more. Goodbye. See, God is not like that. God loves us no matter what. I'm not like that, with the exception of my kids. I will love my kids no matter what, because those are my babies. I carry those babies in me. Those babies came out of my kitty cat. I nursed those babies. Those two of my children laid on these nipples and sucked milk, and I gave them life. Other than that, there is nobody else in this world I will ever love unconditionally. Not even my mama and my daddy. I love them. But do I love you unconditionally? No, I cut you off in a minute. I think I could cut my kids off too, but I still love them. Courtney, I don't know why you are opening your big mouth. Use another one. You need to get punched in your mouth. I'm so sick and tired of you and Michelle. Courtney, do you love yourself enough to accept love? Do you love yourself enough to accept love, Courtney? Shut your mouth and talk about, I can see it's harder than Belle. You can't see it's harder than Nick. She's such a hoe. I can't stand her. Devin, I love you. Oh my God, Devin, who would have thought this rugby player would save this season? Devin. Oh my God. Woo, I love him. He said he's trying. Devin says, I can see that he's trying, but he's scared to give in. Can you imagine Devin saying that? OMG. He said, I see you. I feel you. I feel the same way. Adam, Nick, and Devin. I love y'all. So then Belle got all emotional, talked about how she had a traumatic childhood. So they met somebody who has a traumatic childhood with another person who has a traumatic childhood. Who came up with that? Felipe, with his big mouth, needs to get punched in his mouth too. In the side conversation, talk about Mecca's not ready for Belle. I don't think they're ready for each other. They need to go to counseling. They should not have been matched. They should not have been on the show. Let me tell you who should not be on the show. Nikki should not be on the show because there is no black man who makes 250,000 is going to be a Married at First Sight. I think Sean is good for the show. I don't think Michelle should be on the show because she's trying to find a man to have a baby and have a baby quick. She should not be on the show. I'm okay with Cameron should be on the show. Courtney should not be on the show because she just needs to be thrown off the earth. Nick, I don't think Nick should be on the show because we don't know you're really here for love or you just want to be on another show. Devin, I love him. I think he's okay to be on the show. Caitlyn should not be on the show. Belle Jolie and Mecca should not be on the show because they have too much trauma and they're going to be trauma bonded. Adam should not be on the show because Adam is typeset. He's a lot like me. And it's hard to find somebody who is exactly what he wants. I'm okay with Marissa being on the show. Felipe should not be on the show. Felipe is not really ready to settle down and get married. I'm okay with Tori being on the show. So then it's time for Nikki and Sean. And to me, in my opinion, they are being performative. I think they had the conversation and said, listen, we black people, we up here, let's try not to embarrass ourselves anymore. Let's just fake this out, get this money, and let's go home. That's what I think about Nikki and Sean. Okay, I think I'm going to come back and talk about Paul, Nikki, and Sean separately because Nikki talked about how they thank Paul for, because look at this luscious hair. He's grown his hair. Oh, I love you. Have a good day, babe. Do you have your sweater? Let me see.
I do more. That's put it in the morning.
Okay. Lucas. Love you. Have a good day. 3 more days. 3 more days. Or 4 more days. They have Paul to thank, and they talked about how they had the scoring system, and one day they scored each other 10 out of 10. And Nikki's like, wait, how did y'all go from the dinner to 10 out of 10? He said, I feel like I missed 10 chapters. Sean said something. Sean was looking good on the couch too. Sean said something. He said he's going to use it before Paul coined the term CPR, which means closeness, power, and respect. And he said he realized that he wasn't saying things to bring them closer, but he was saying things to prove a point. I love that. Because our marriage counselor said something like that. I absolutely love it. I absolutely love it. I'm going to come back and talk about that. I love you, cousins. Be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. If you're new here again, my name is Jeans. Please be sure to subscribe, thumbs up. Share this out. Hype this video up. Share it on your Facebook so your friends can see. Share it on Twitter. Share it on Facebook. These are all places that you can share my videos. Leave a comment. Please interact with the video. Thumbs up, preferably, but thumbs down. Leave a comment, even if it's, hey, cousin. Thank you for your love. The husband profile begins in September. If you want to take this course, the link is below. Send me an email for us to schedule our one-on-ones. My #1 best-selling book is available on Amazon, 23 Tesla Guys You Might Meet. Please be sure to pick that up. If you've already picked it up, please go back and leave a glowing 5-star review or just an honest review for me. I love you. Be sure to check those Roland Martin videos I did, and I will talk with you later. Talk to you later. Bye, guys.